his name. As a boy he always knew a sailor he would be, so he studied the law of the sea. Captain of his crew, a brave, ambitious man, determined to explore, he discovered a new land. The sun and sky and his heart would be his guide, a man of valor and pride. The king and queen, their blessings he obtained to carry the flag of Spain. Through tempest and rain, a strong, courageous man, determined to explore, he discovered a new land. The sails raised high, he searched the great unknown, his quest for adventure, dispelling any fear. A sure, courageous man, Columbus it was he, who sailed to new horizons across the great blue sea.
For the asking.
Yes, but those demands, the king couldn't grant them.
Of course not. He'd have every dreamer in Europe on his doorstep demanding the moon for wandering the earth.
Nonetheless, if France supports his plan...
France?
Yes, he's headed there now, and Charles VIII is an adventurous king.
Good Lord, if his route went to the French.
Huh?
King Ferdinand, it seems Columbus is on his way to France if France should win the westward route.
And Portugal has the eastern route. It would be a disaster for our future trade.
That's right, and even if there's no certainty he will succeed, and even if his demands are preposterous, could we forgive ourselves if he did find the route for France?
But Saint-Angel, his demands aside, outfitting his voyage would require money. And you yourself just reported that the war has left the treasury bare.
Saint-Angel, I want this voyage made, and I want it made badly enough that I'll sell my jewels.
Your Highness, such a generous gesture would finance his voyage with ease.
True, but I'm sure it won't come to that. If I have a word with our wealthier citizens, they'd be honored to invest, I'm sure.
That's all very well, but aren't we panicking too soon? I mean, the chances of Columbus succeeding are slim at best.
And if we send him, we'll have to grant his demands.
His demands? How dare he? But if private funds can keep him with us, I guess I'd agree.
A wise move, sire. It costs you nothing, and he only gets his title if he succeeds.
You know, Father, I think our friend Columbus may sail for Spain yet.
Halt in the name of the king and queen!
Oh no, come on, boy! Ha!
Down, boy! Senior Columbus! Down! Senior Columbus, I come from the king and queen. You must return with me.
And why must I return? Haven't they made me suffer enough? Stand aside!
Sir, please listen. Queen Isabella sent me to tell you the means has been found to fund your voyage. All your demands will be met.
What? You're lying!
No, sir, I swear. The Queen is adamant you're to return to the palace at once.
You swear it's not a trick?
I swear by all that's holy. The King and Queen don't want to risk your finding a westward route on behalf of France.
Thank you, Lord. I have been sorely tested, but you have not forsaken me. Thank you, your majesties, for granting me this audience.
Your cause has great merit.
I shall do everything in my power to bring honor to Spain. You will never regret your change of heart.
Senor de Coloma, Christopher Columbus has asked me to negotiate on his behalf. This is a list of his requirements, Chief Secretary. Have you any questions, Senor?
Tell me, Senor Columbus, from which port do you intend to set sail?
I have investigated every shipping port along the coast and have chosen the fine old town of Palos as my point of departure.
Ah, yes. Very wise, for as everyone knows, all the best sailors come from Palos. And better still, I'll be able to be there to bid you adieu. Thank you, Senor de Coloma.
I'm fine, Lucky. We haven't got time for this. Come on, follow me, Lucky. Father, it's me, Diego. Father, I'm over here.
Huh?
Diego.
Diego, it's so wonderful to see you!
Dad, I thought you'd never come. Dad! I'm so happy you're back. I've missed you so much.
Diego.
Oh, look, Dad. Wait till you see what I've got.
Well, I see you found a little friend.
It was Auntie Anna Maria from down in the village who gave her to me. And I've decided I'm gonna call her Felipa.
A pretty name, Felipa. You've named her in memory of your mother.
That's right.
Diego, I'll soon be leaving on my voyage to the west.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, please, let me come with you. There are all kinds of things I could do on the ship, Dad. Oh, please, say I can come.
Well,
So, is that a yes?
Diego, I would rather know you're safe here at La Rábida.
Diego, it's just not possible for you to accompany your father on this voyage. It will be a hard, frightening journey. To challenge even the toughest sailor to bring along a child is unthinkable. There will be time enough for sea voyages once you've grown to be a man.
I'm a lot more grown up than you think I am. I guess I would have to be the way I spend almost all my time by myself. I'm tired of always waiting for you to come back home.
Let's just try to enjoy this short time together. You see, son, sometimes we want things very badly, but the Lord makes us wait for them. And it seems very hard, but it's always for the best. I've waited so long to make this journey, you know.
Your attention, lads. You've all heard of the voyage west and Captain Columbus here. Well, he needs a crew. How about it, Pablo? Going to prove that palace sailors are the bravest, huh?
Not me. Uncharted waters? No thanks. Sorry.
But son, the pay is good, and when you reach the Indies, you'll all be rich.
The pay is good, huh? If you ask me, the pay looks good on paper. But when you sail with an unproven captain on unknown waters, why, you may not live to spend it.
That's right. You said it, Pablo.
He's right. Pablo's right. It's just too risky.
Sorry, Vasquez. Really. We're brave, but we're not fools.
You say you're brave, but just wait till the Pinzon brothers get back. They know what's what. They'll tell you you're missing the chance of a lifetime.
I'm not so sure, but I'll tell you what. If they do, maybe we'll reconsider.
Right. Yes, but we won't sail as it stands. Who knows where we might end up? That's right.
All right. Juan?
No, Vasquez. That's enough for today. Come on. We'll wait for the Pinzon brothers to come back and then try again.
No.
Let's go back to La Rábida and wait. They'll be here any day. My ships are still idle, and still we await the Pinzon brothers. Martin Alonso Pinzon, ship owner and regarded as the best sailor in Andalusia. He may be the only man able to gather a crew to sail with me. At last, the Pinzon brothers are back from Rome. I meet with them today.
Our talk at supper last night confirmed what I've always heard, Columbus. That you have all the qualifications needed to command such a mission.
Thank you, but after talking with you, I want your help as captain of the Pinta. Your brother would take the Nina.
Well, both Vincenti and I are interested in your plan. However, when it's a question of dropping everything to sail into unknown waters, forgive me, but I am a businessman. It'd have to be worth it.
Yes, of course it would. And I am prepared to offer you one half of the rights granted me by the King and Queen.
Oh.
Huh? What's more, I'll have you appointed my second in command of any lands or islands that we may discover.
An offer worth considering.
Think about it while we fish.
Agreed.
Oh, hello, Dad.
Time for me to go, son.
I have something for you.
Huh?
Here you are.
What on earth is that?
Open it and you'll see.
Something's moving in there. Huh? Good heavens! Oh!
Felipa likes you, Dad. She'll keep you company on the ship.
But Diego, wouldn't you rather keep her?
No, you take her. That way I'll know that even if I can't join you on your voyage, something of me is with you. Well, I guess you'd better be going.
Yes, I have to go. I'll miss you very much.
Have a safe trip, Dad.
I will. I'll return soon, don't you worry.
That's it! Keep her coming! A little more!
Look, everyone! Here they come!
Juan, is the Santa Maria ready?
She certainly is, Commander. She's fully provisioned. She can set sail anytime you decide to give the order. Hey there, Vincente. How do things look aboard the Nina?
She's ready to go, Juan. We finished loading her more than an hour ago.
Now that we can load the ship, we'll be ready to sail before dawn.
Then we can hoist sail and catch the morning tide. It's a good strong ebb tide. We'll ride it all the way out to open water. All hands stand ready. Take in the slack. Right, now weigh anchor.
Haul in the anchor, men! We're on our way!
We're leaving, boys! Holler in! Up she comes!
Can you hear me out there? I'll miss you, Dad! Have a safe voyage!
I'll miss you too, son.
I'm gonna try hard to be a good boy while you're gone, I promise!
See you soon, Diego!
I'll be here when you get back! Good luck!
What was that?
Those are the fires of the underworld! It's an omen! The devil has cursed this voyage!
Don't be afraid, man. That's the volcano on Tenerife, and I don't look on it as a bad omen. On the contrary, I think it's a good one. The mountain is welcoming us to the Canary Islands. The Santa Maria put in on the island of Gomera on August 24th. We were met by Doña Beatriz de Peraza y Bobadilla, governor of the Canary Islands.
Captain Columbus.
Huh?
Good to see you again.
Good morning, your ladyship.
How much longer will it be before the Pinta's rudder is fully repaired?
Another day or two at the most.
I have something for you.
Huh?
This medallion will bring you good luck.
Oh, I shall treasure it. Thank you, Doña Beatriz.
You're welcome. Captain Columbus, I have some important news. It's news of danger on the ocean.
What kind of danger?
3 vessels of the Portuguese Navy have been seen cruising the waters south of here.
The Portuguese Navy.
That's right. I fear that they're waiting for your fleet, in the hope of putting an early end to your expedition.
Thanks for the warning. Now that I know where they're waiting for me, I'll be sure to avoid them. September 6th, fully repaired. We've replenished our stocks of food and fresh water, and today at last, we set out upon the open ocean. The Indies await us.
We have to turn around and head back to Spain before our provisions start to run low.
You're right, but we'll have to do something about the captain first.
Men of the watch, back to your post on the double. That's an order. What's this? You men are part of the watch, so why are you still standing here? If you have something on your minds, then I want to hear about it. Well, I'm waiting.
All right, we'll tell you what's on our minds. We want to turn back.
Before the storms and monsters get us.
I know you're afraid of the open ocean. You don't think we'll ever make a western landfall, but you're wrong. We will. We've come much too far to turn back now. This expedition is on the verge of great success, trust me.
Trust you, huh? You're leading us all to our doom. I feel it in my bones.
You're wrong. I'm leading you to the fabled Indies, to adventure, riches, and glory. This is no time to lose heart.
Lose heart? Listen, Captain, I'd rather lose that than lose my own life.
That's right. Now give the order to turn around or you'll regret it. I can see that you're not gonna change your mind. You'd have us sail westward until we ran out of food and fresh water. Well, we won't stand for it. Turn us around, Captain. I'm giving you one last chance.
Never. We're sailing on.
All right, you asked for it.
Christopher!
Stand back. I won't have bloodshed.
Captain, the Pinta!
Huh?
That's it. Holler in.
It looked like you were having a problem, so I came alongside. Now then, what's the trouble?
Nothing.
I'm glad to hear that, because if I ever see a hint of trouble, or hear a whisper of mutiny, I'll personally crush the mutineers. And hang their carcasses from the main yardarm. Understood? Now back to your watches.
Captain Pinzon, I want to thank you for your help.
Oh, these are men of Palos, sir. They know I'd tell their mothers.
Feel that wind.
Right, men, let's trim the sails and make our way out of this soupy seaweed. Captain Pinzon averted a mutiny, but the men are still discontented.
At every meal, it's the same thing. Salt pork and hard biscuit. I tell you, I'm sick and tired of it. Huh? They look plump and tasty. Come on, boys, let's catch them!
If there are birds out here, then land can't be far off.
Look, men! Dolphins!
Huh? What is it? Do you see land?
No, it's a whale. A big one.
Ooh, I'd rather a small island than a big whale.
My lifelong dream is coming true. We're about to reach the Indies. And so another 2 days pass on the open sea.
Land ho! Land ho!
Fire signal!
The Nina has fired her cannon!
The signal has been received. Look out!
Please let it be true.
What's happened? Have they spotted some more clouds?
Sure hope so.
Captain, you've been on deck for 2 watches. Why don't you get some rest and let someone else take the lookout? You're going to wear yourself out, sir.
I do appreciate your concern, Sanchez. Yes, I am at the end of my strength. But I assure you,
If land is to appear somewhere out there, as it must, then I want to see it first with my own eyes. This dream has burned within me for so long now. To think that it might be snuffed out is almost more than I can bear. That's why I mustn't lose hope. Gutierrez!
Captain?
You've got good eyes. Come here a minute.
Yes, sir.
You too, Sanchez. Come look. What does that look like to you, mist or smoke?
It looks like smoke. But from what?
From what looks very much like a fire.
It does indeed look like a fire. Perhaps a signal fire of some kind.
Is it another ship?
Come up higher. Take a good look. It's gone. I don't understand. Exhaustion is probably causing me to hallucinate.
But I saw it too, Captain.
I'll cover the lookout for you, Captain. You need to rest. All of us are depending on your strength and leadership.
You're right. I'm dead on my feet.
The Pinta, Captain. She's signaling.
I can't see a thing in this darkness. Tell me where you spied the land.
2 points off the port bow. You can see it when the moon comes out from the clouds.
Thank you, Lord.
We were right, Captain. It was over there we saw the fire.
How very fitting that it was you, Captain, who saw it first.
It was the will of God. All hands, we'll ride here at anchor. We go ashore as soon as the sun rises.
Captain!
Such beauty, I can't believe my eyes.
Paradise.
Thank you, dear Lord, for leading us over vast and perilous seas to this safe harbor. Our gratitude knows no bounds. Thanks be to God. All right, we now claim this land for Spain!
Notary, come forward.
Your Royal Highness Queen Isabella, and Your Royal Highness King Ferdinand. We have accomplished the glorious mission with which you in your great wisdom entrusted us. And we hereby take possession of this land which we shall call San Salvador in your Majesty's names on October 11th, Anno Domini 1492. Signed Don Christopher
I
Columbus.
apologize for doubting you.
Now we see that you were right all the time, Captain.
That will do, men. This is no time for recrimination, but for forgiveness. Forgiveness, and thanks to the merciful Lord our Savior who has brought us here to San Salvador. Yes, Sanchez, San Salvador, because it was here our expedition was saved.
Notary, write that down. This land is to be called San Salvador.
San Salvador? Someone's coming! Look!
Calm down. He's not armed and he's alone. What can he do? Torres, come here and try to talk to him. Try Hebrew.
אנחנו בו מאספניה. We come in peace. We mean you no harm. אנחנו בו בשלום.
אנחנו בו בחלום. בו בחלום. חלום.
Huh? He doesn't understand. He's just mimicking.
You, present the goods for trading. Here, you like this?
Huh? Huh?
It's a hat. Like this.
Kasi kuta kapidu. Ya. Agadu.
No doing! Like that!
Why, that bird's been spying on us.
This is a cloak. I need it, because it gets cold at sea. Hey, careful! Her Majesty the Queen gave me that.
Quinn?
Someone! See to this man's hand, hurry!
Is it possible they've never seen a sword before?
We should be able to conquer these fellows in our sleep.
We have not come here to conquer anyone by force. They need instead to be liberated from ignorance through love, the love of our Lord.
San Salvador!
This island of San Salvador is possessed of a luxuriant beauty. The trees are as green as May in Castilla. The natives are as gentle as children, and we are gradually establishing a trusting friendship with them. But as yet, we have no evidence as to whether or not this is Chipangu. The next morning, we visited their village on the other side of the island.
Sorry, that's it. All gone.
They're giving us nothing but cotton in return. You call this fair?
It's valuable just to know that they grow cotton here.
Didn't Marco Polo write that in Chipangu even the roofs and walls of houses were made of gold? Well then, I suggest we start looking for some of that gold as we promised the king and queen.
Yes, I know. All in good time.
Captain, take a look at this nose ring.
That's a gold hoop. But where does it come from?
There's a large island to the west of this one. The natives say they have seen even bigger gold bracelets and anklets over there.
What are we waiting for? Let's go!
I'll lead the way. Our explorations had truly only just begun. I named the next island Santa Maria de la Concepcion, and moved on to another big island further to the west, which I named Fernandina Island, in honor of the king. Then we changed our course and headed southeast, and discovered yet another new island, which we called Isabella Island, after the queen.
So beautiful.
And green, greener even than an Andalusian springtime.
Yeah! What is it?
A monster!
But the Queen would be much happier with gold, and we still hadn't found any.
It doesn't matter where we go. Everyone talks about gold, but we never see any.
Don't be so impatient, Martin.
I'm not the one who's impatient. It's the sailors on the Pinta. They're saying they want to split with you and go off in search of gold on their own. And I can't stop them.
Look, Martin. According to the natives, there's a big island called Cuba, at some distance west of here.
You think that's Chipangu?
We don't know yet. We were just making plans to set out for there to see.
That's good news. That ought to make the men on the Pinta happy. Just see to it that we head for Cuba before it's too late.
I had already foreseen that Martin Alonso Pinzon and his men would oppose me and go off on their own in search of gold. And it wasn't long before my suspicions were confirmed. More than 100 days have passed since we left the port of Palos. We have discovered many islands, including a large one called Cuba, but despite all our efforts, we have found no gold. The inhabitants are friendly, but don't seem to know nor care about such things as gold. We are continuing our explorations, but the men grow restless. With the scent of gold in the air, I'm not sure I can rely on their loyalty. We have come a long way since leaving Spain. The Indies or Chipangu can't be far off.
Admiral Columbus!
Huh?
Admiral Columbus, there's trouble. The Pinta's disappeared completely. She's just vanished.
What? Disappeared?
She just sailed off on her own. You see? She was right there. It's Martin Pinzon. He must have got more information from the natives about gold and gone off on his own to find it, Admiral.
Admiral! I see her! The Pinta! She's off to starboard!
Aha!
Look, the Pinta! She's leaving us!
Yes!
Sir, we've got to catch them and punish Martin Pinzon for this outrage.
We could never catch the Pinta with this old ship if we tried. It's too slow.
But, sir...
Pinzon will probably have second thoughts and come back, Gutierrez. We'd better keep a signal fire lit at night so that he can find us. That's all. Today we added another island to the King and Queen's new territories and named it Hispaniola, in honor of Spain. It's very beautiful.
Oh, look, sir. There are natives.
Yes. Torres, go ashore and use those men as interpreters. Try to talk to the natives.
Aye, aye, Admiral.
And take along plenty of gifts.
Of course, Admiral.
Oh, be careful! Good luck!
Think they'll speak the same language?
I hope so. In any event, Torres has managed to teach some Spanish to the natives we have with us, so they'll be able to tell us whether there are any sources of gold in this land.
Ganga. Balik lagi. Namu. Bela. Lumah. Tata, wait. Blinka. Wolo, belo. Bumba.
That must be their leader, sir.
That's right. Perhaps we can learn something from him. Gutierrez, have a banquet prepared.
Yes, Admiral.
Admiral, they understood us. We brought back their cacique.
Their cacique?
That's what they call their king, sir. I told them we're from Spain. And that we've got a king and a queen, but I don't think they caught what I meant. According to our natives, they think that we fell out of the sky somehow. I can't change their minds.
That we fell out of the sky? You're joking, aren't you?
No, I'm not. In fact, I think it was our natives that gave them the idea, if I'm interpreting their gestures correctly.
Huh? Welcome, cacique. In the name of the King and Queen of Spain, I'm Admiral Christopher Columbus. Would you care to try some of our food? Food from Spain?
Oh. Oh.
Hmm? Huh.
Admiral, the buckle. It's beaten gold.
Yes, it is. Now, if you'll follow me, cacique, we have a gift for you.
Why?
Allow me to present this tassel. Oh, why, thank you. I'm honored. Please take this in return. Torres, I think they want to leave now. Take them back to the island, please.
Of course, Admiral. Admiral, we've learned through our interpreters that there is a more powerful cacique on this island than the young one we met today. His name is Guacanagari.
Guacanagari?
Yes, apparently he's much wealthier than the young cacique is, Captain. There's more gold on the part of the island under his control, and he'd welcome us as well.
Even so, these natives seem far from overloaded with gold ornament. I doubt there's much gold here at all, frankly. And even if there were, we're nearly out of beads and trinkets to trade with them in exchange for gold.
Sanchez is right. Torres, why waste more time here when your natives know of another place nearby that has more gold than soil? Will we have to cross open ocean to get there?
I believe this island is that place. They were speaking of Guacanagari's territory here. My natives tell me it's called the Chibao.
Chibao, eh? Chibao sounds a lot like Chipango.
Yes, Chipangu, the country rich in gold in the Indies. This could be the same country, sir.
Captain, I say we sail for the Chibao at once, sir. Our men have but one thought, to search for gold and go home wealthy. If we refuse, I'm not sure we could control them.
Fine, we'll pay this Guacanagari a visit and see if these stories of gold are true once and for all. I just hope we can plot a safe course from here. We have set a course for the Chibao. It's not far, but we must proceed with great caution. The current is strong and there are many treacherous reefs in these waters. I've assigned only the most experienced men to the key posts. The crew is exhausted, but we can't drop anchor until we're sure it's safe.
You, lad, come here.
Yes, what is it? What do you want?
Ugh, I can hardly stand up. Take the rudder just for a moment, will you?
No!
Oh, don't worry, nothing will happen. Just do as I say. Come on now. There. Now just move the rudder gently so the pole star stays right where it is, understand? While I catch a quick nap.
What's going on? Huh?
Captain, help me with the rudder. It's stuck.
Oh, no!
To your stations! We've hit a reef! Look lively!
Huh?
Drop anchor! Lower a boat fast! Let's go! Koza, haul on the line, holding the anchor, and try to pull us off the reef!
No, row for the Nina, quick!
Koza, where are you going? Come back! Koza, come back here! Jettison the ballast! Throw anything we don't need overboard! She's going down! That's it! Get it all overboard!
She's tipping over!
On deck! All hands on deck! The mainmast is pulling us over! Cut it down! Heave to!
Captain, where are you?
Captain Vincente, over here! We're in trouble. The ship's breaking up.
Yes, you've done all you can. You've got to get your men on board the Nina.
Abandoned ship?
Yes, sir. You have no choice. The tide's against you. The ship could overturn. With any luck, it'll stay on the reef, but you're gambling with lives here.
All right. Give the order.
Abandoned ship! Abandoned ship, men! Get to the Nina however you can!
Abandoned ship! Over the side! Hurry!
Jump! We'll pick you up! Come on!
I'm sorry, Captain.
Don't worry. I know it wasn't your fault, but hurry. Over the side. I won't go until I know you're all safe.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha, sir!
Go! Get away from her in case she tips!
One good thing, she's stuck on the reef. If she's still there at dawn, we'll try to get her cargo ashore, as much as we can manage. Thank heavens we're not far from land.
But Captain, it'll take much too long. We only have a few small boats for that.
True, but we'll ask Guacanagari for help since he's friendly.
Friendly or not, how can he help, sir? These natives are primitive.
They have their dugouts. They'd be fine for the job. We could just borrow them if we have to.
Huh?
All right now, Gutierrez, go ashore with Harana, Torres, and the interpreters. Ask the natives to help us move the cargo.
We're on our way, Captain.
Senor Sanchez, we're back!
Admiral, Torres is back and he has company, sir.
Really?
Look at them all. Your idea looks like it's going to work.
Admiral, Guacanagari cooperated. He sent every man he could spare to help us unload the Santa Maria. He seems very friendly indeed, sir.
Vincente, lower a boat, and I'll go aboard the Santa Maria and supervise the unloading and dismantling operation from there.
Right away, Captain.
Lower a boat, sailors! We start unloading the Santa Maria at once!
Guacanagari has put these 3 huts at our disposal. They'll accommodate us all in comfort, sir.
Huts as well. His generosity is welcome indeed. What is that?
They call it a hammock, sir. You sleep in it. We're told they're very comfortable.
A hammock? Huh. For primitive natives, these people seem very civilized to me. I hope the men will be wise enough to treat them well.
Look at this, a hat full of gold for some measly beads. We really will strike it rich here in the Indies. Isn't it beautiful?
It is, but Columbus gave us strict orders not to take any gold from the natives. If you're caught with that, he's not gonna be happy.
So I won't be caught with it. You're not going to tell him, are you? And you can bet that I won't. Anyway, they can spare it. It looks like there's tons of gold here. Yeah.
Your dress uniform. You must think highly of this Guacanagari. You could greet royalty in that.
Well, Guacanagari is royalty to his people, and he's treated us like kings.
Excuse me, Guacanagari has arrived, Admiral.
Already? Welcome aboard, sir. Admiral Christopher Columbus at your service.
Torres,
He says he's sorry about your ship and will help however he can. I'm new at this, but I think I've got it right, sir.
Thank him from the bottom of my heart. Please, a token of my gratitude. Here. Let me help you put it on. Now the gloves are next.
He thanks you and asks if you'd like to join him for a meal, sir.
Tell him I'd be honored to dine with him, Torres. Huh? Aha, our cannon interests him. Tell His Highness we'll demonstrate it for him. Harana, fire it at what's left of the ship.
Be glad to, Captain.
I'm sorry if we scared anyone, but as you see, with a weapon like that, you have less to fear from your enemies.
He mani, se lo odiao.
But Admiral, why do you want to go back to Spain now, if you don't mind my asking?
Now we know there's gold here, even if we don't know how much. But we're sailors, not miners. We need to bring engineers, carpenters, and materials from home. But mostly, we need ships. We can't all search for gold on just the Nina.
But can we all return on her, sir?
No, but I want half of us to stay on here and establish a colony. We'll use the wood from the Santa Maria to build a fort and equip it with the cannon. When we return, we'll bring what we need to make it our base of operations.
Admiral, I'd like to be among those who remain. We know there's gold here now, and I'm not going back till I get my hands on some.
I'll stay on here too, Captain, to maintain discipline.
Very well. I'm sure we'll find enough volunteers among the men to set up a secure colony. We'll start construction on the fort tomorrow.
Javier, ayúdame. Ven aquí. Tome eso. Cuidado por aquí.
Once the fort is completed, only one important task will remain: to find the Pinta and Martin Pinzon so he can accompany us back to Spain.
And when that's
Harana!
done,
If our return voyage to Spain is as smooth as our westward crossing, then I can assure you I will return with reinforcements in good time, Harana. And you, in the meantime, will take charge of the Fort of Navidad in my place. You're in command, Harana.
I understand, Admiral. And as Chief Guard appointed by their Majesties the King and Queen, I promise to fulfill my duties to the very best of my ability.
And you, Gutierrez, and you also, Escobedo, I'm entrusting you in my absence with the safeguarding of these newly claimed lands. Don't fail me. I trust that there will be no mistakes.
Have faith, Admiral. When you next set foot on this island, you will see all these barrels filled to overflowing with gold. And that's a promise, sir.
Admiral, I implore you to impress upon their Majesties just how much we've managed to accomplish here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hate to admit it, but I've developed a soft spot for the Admiral. I'll miss you, my friend, but I've decided to go with him on this voyage.
I think you're crazy, but I'm sure you'll return, and when you do, there'll be a barrel of gold waiting for you. You'll see.
Admiral!
Huh?
We've just had news of Captain Pinzon.
Really? Tell me, Torres, what is it?
Well, apparently, one of Guacanagari's subjects saw the Pinta leave an inlet to the east. I believe it was 2 days ago.
Perhaps he set sail for Spain, hoping that if he arrives there before we do, he can claim the discovery of Chipangu for himself. Sounds like Pinzon to me.
Yes, and if we want to catch him, we must leave as soon as possible. On January the 4th, 1493, we departed from the island of Hispaniola.
Admiral.
Huh?
I must express my opinion of this matter of Captain Pinzon. For 40 days since November 21st of last year, he's been acting entirely of his own volition. I believe this is a major infringement of protocol, and that it must be severely dealt with.
I understand you, Sanchez, but Martin must have a chance to explain himself.
Good news, Admiral Columbus. We've spotted the Pinta.
Where is she?
There she is. Off the starboard bow. And I'd say she's headed straight for us, Senor Sanchez.
So they're not running away.
We'll hold a steady course. Vincente, send out a boat and inform Captain Pinzon we desire him to come aboard.
Excellent, Admiral. I'm anxious to know that my brother is safe.
Admiral, I've just heard that the Santa Maria has been wrecked on a reef. Is this true?
You've got a nerve talking about reefs? What have you got to say for yourself for willfully disobeying orders?
Nothing, because no orders were disobeyed, willfully or unwillfully.
What does that mean?
The Pinta 2 was a victim of mischance. The current was strong, as you know. Our anchor cable broke, we were pulled away by the current, and try as we might, we could not turn back.
A very convincing explanation, Martin.
Huh?
But it still puzzles me as to how you managed to find all that gold.
Huh? Oh, why, this is nothing, Admiral. These are only baubles. My men have much more than this, as you'll see.
Glad to hear it. But I still demand to know how you justified disobeying orders and acting on your own as you did.
I heartily regret that things turned out the way they did, but you must understand one thing. I certainly was not acting in my own interests for my own profit. It was essential that we find gold in order to fulfill our promise to the King and Queen. And I promised my men as well that I would send each and every one of them home with untold wealth. How could I let them down after all they've done for me? And finally, I believe that finding gold would ensure the success of our enterprise, Admiral.
It was wise of you to make up such noble-sounding excuses, Martin. You've almost convinced me. We shall explain it thus in Spain. But from now on, you are under my command. Under no circumstances will you take any independent action. I charted a course northeast by east until we encountered the trade winds that would blow us quickly home to Europe. By my calculations, we were on the same latitude as the Portuguese islands of the Azores. Huh? There's a storm on the way.
Huh? How can you say that? I've never seen the western sky look so lovely. Wow, you were right, sir.
Of course. Lightning in the western sky can only mean one thing: bad weather. It's a storm warning that never fails. Men, all hands prepare for a storm!
We've completely lost sight of the Pinta.
There's nothing we can do now. Keep the stern light burning so she can still see us. When the storm's over, we'll find her.
Pray that we all survive.
Help somebody!
What?
Admiral, there's water in the hold.
Then get down there and start bailing.
Aye, aye.
If we manage to prevent the Nina from sinking, it will be thanks to the mercy of the Blessed Virgin. And in the event of our safe return, one of us must make a pilgrimage to the Church of Our Lady in Guadalupe. We shall draw lots for the honor. He who takes the chickpea marked with the cross will be the one chosen to make this difficult pilgrimage. Here it is. It appears that Our Lady has bestowed this difficult honor on me. Ha! I'm sure this is a sign she will guide us through the storm. My greatest concern was should we all sink to the bottom of the sea, all record of my expedition would be lost, and so I made 2 sets of records. I sealed them tightly with wax and packed them into 2 barrels. I threw one of the barrels into the sea and lashed the other one to the quarterdeck, so that should the Nina be destroyed, it would still float amongst the wreckage. And thus, even if we should all perish in the storm, the records of my voyage would be preserved for future generations. Yet I knew that the odds of them reaching anyone unharmed were even less than those of finding Chipango in the midst of a boundless ocean.
It's been nigh on 40 years I haven't seen high winds like these.
Not a single ship has been able to dock or leave from this harbor for a whole month now.
Huh? Oh, take a look at that, will you?
Huh?
Well, I'll be jiggered. Looks like a ghost ship.
Captain Diaz, a suspicious-looking ship has just entered the harbor.
What? In this ghastly weather?
Yes, and she's damaged. Looks like a Spanish ship to me.
Spanish? In that case, we had better have a closer look. Prepare a boat immediately.
Right away.
Sailor, tell me, where is your captain? Huh? If it isn't Christopher Columbus.
It's Captain Diaz, I believe.
Indeed, Bartholomew Diaz, now serving as defense chief of this harbor, Captain.
And what business would the defense chief have with me?
Columbus, I am duty-bound to examine all Spanish ships that enter this harbor. I'm sorry, but you must come with me immediately to the financial commissioner.
No, Diaz, I refuse. I have been appointed admiral by the King and Queen of Spain. There is no reason I should have to undergo such a process.
Did you say admiral? Since when did you become an admiral?
This document was given to me personally by the Spanish monarchy, sir. Read it.
You are appointed Admiral of the Ocean Sea and Governor General of any new islands or continents you may discover. So you're telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. I have a letter here that I've just finished writing to King John, your Portuguese sovereign. Perhaps you'll have it delivered for me.
The king is presently at the Santa Maria de Bertodas monastery. I shall make certain that he receives your letter. I'm sure he will be glad to welcome you, Admiral.
Your Royal Highness, I beg you to forgive us for docking in Lisbon, but we had no choice in the matter. The extremely inclement weather forced us to take emergency measures.
Fetch a chair for the Admiral. Be seated, Admiral. I have learned much about your voyage from reading your letter. Tell me, is it really true that you managed to reach Chipangu by sailing west, Admiral?
Absolutely. The plan which I submitted to your Highness 10 years ago has finally been realized thanks to the gracious efforts of their Majesties the King and Queen of Spain.
What nerve! Such appalling arrogance!
I'd hang him. You say you brought some natives back with you from Chipangu. What sort of people are they?
I'll let you see for yourself.
Oh, my! Nature's incredible! Heathen! My word!
As far as I can tell, they seem to be a different race entirely from the natives of Portuguese Africa. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Let me take this opportunity to affirm once again that at no time did we set foot on any Portuguese territory in Africa, Your Highness.
Please command them to describe for us the islands from whence they come.
Remember what we practiced?
Very well. I just wanted to be sure he really knew what he was doing. However, Admiral.
Yes?
According to the official treaty between the kingdoms of Portugal and Spain, the newly discovered Chipangu automatically becomes Portuguese territory, does it not? Does it not?
Your Highness, as I understand the Treaty of Alcasovas, the route around Africa and all undiscovered territories along the route belong to Portugal, but the westward route I took is as yet officially unassigned. It is my duty, indeed my solemn responsibility, to report back to Spain.
Of course. And Admiral, please accept my congratulations on the success of your voyage. We shall help you with your ship's repairs and provide you with whatever else you need. You may feel free to ask Diaz for anything.
You've been most kind, Your Highness. 1,000 thanks.
Look, that's the ship that sailed west to the Indies.
Well, there you have it. The sails have all been completely replaced and the leaks in their hold have been repaired, Admiral.
Thanks, Diaz. You've been a tremendous help.
Well, after all, we're both sailors, aren't we? Oh, I've just remembered. There's one more piece of good news.
Huh?
It seems the Pinta also arrived home safely.
Are you sure, Diaz? That's wonderful. Tell me, how is she and how are her crew?
After the storm, she managed to limp into the port of Bayona, which is in Spanish territory to the north of Portugal.
I thank the Lord they're safe.
It appears that the captain, Pinzon, I believe, had someone deliver a letter to the Spanish king and queen.
I wonder if he's aware that the Nina made it back safely as well.
Admiral, I also want to make a voyage to Chipangu one day, but I want to approach it from the east rather than from the west.
Ah, you chart a course eastward. From the point you discovered, the Cape of Good Hope?
Yes. Perhaps we'll both set sail one day, you westward and I eastward. And our names will go down in history.
I wish you all the best, Diaz.
I wish you the same, Admiral.
On March 13th, we departed from Lisbon and set sail for our port of origin, Palos.